gorgeous. $299.99 on this piece. We actually have it on stretch pay also. $99.99 on stretch pay makes it easy. We had the ring for you as well. We had the ring for you as well. And the ring, that perfect match. $179.99 or only $59.99 on stretch pay. Okay. Coming up, though, making its worldwide debut is our wrist armor collection. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to see timepieces from all branches of our military. We have Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Did I leave one out? No, I didn't. Excellent. This is one of those pieces. Again, think Father's Day. Think Just Because. This is one of those. That was the Air Force. Look at this. I love the Marines. That is all stainless steel. It's $199.99, $66.66 on stretch pay. We also had the Navy. I love the blue face on that piece. It's $49.99, which is fantastic. So to be able to debut our wrist armor watches, I cannot wait to welcome you in. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Welcome into Jewelry Television, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mandy, and thank you so much for joining me during our wrist armor collection, making the worldwide debut. And I want to introduce you to Morris Shabbat. Yes! He is bringing in one of the most incredible collections of military timepieces I think I've ever seen. So I want to say a big welcome in to you. And this is actually my first time being able to meet Morris because I didn't get to talk to you before the show. And I know that this collection is just sensational. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about the wrist armor collection.
So we started developing wrist armor in about 2010. We wanted to create a watch that was rugged, a watch that was durable, a watch that could be worn wherever you needed to go, and also be something that you can wear to the office the next day. So we collaborated with the U.S. Marine Corps, was the first branch that we started with, and we developed a project in conjunction with them where we had to work with their color schemes. They had to approve us every step of the way, and we went through a rendering process that they had to approve, sampling, quality assurance, and then through the final production. So each collection here takes about a year from concept through delivery. It's been a really fulfilling experience for us.
This is amazing to me that we get to bring in, because, you know, the branches of the military, first of all, mean so much to all of us. And to be able to do timepieces that commemorate not just a point in time, but commemorate what amazing things that our military do for us every day. You brought in an incredible collection.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, so the very first piece. Okay, you're going to see them all, and of course you can go to the website, jtv.com. But I want you to take a look at the very first piece. That says it all right there, doesn't it? So tell me a little bit about this one. This is actually the U.S. Army.
Correct. So this is U.S. Army. We call it a stealth. It's a black on gray dial and color scheme. It's a dual movement. So you'll have a traditional quartz three-hand movement. Quartz is a battery-operated movement, and you'll also have a chronograph function on here. And the chronograph function will give you the ability to have a timer, a stopwatch, dual time zones. It has the day of the week. Just a bunch of functions on this. It has a nightlight. Super functional, super fashionable.
I love that black on black style. I mean, again, you've got that rugged look. It's very masculine. I mean, this is, you know, a perfect, I think, would be a great Father's Day gift.
Absolutely, graduation. Graduation
gift, I mean, any time. And, of course, seeing a piece like this, I mean, I just love the size of the face of the watches as well. But what I think is so fantastic is, like you said, I mean, you had to go through a rigorous process just to be able to get the designs here, didn't you?
Correct. So, like we said, there were a couple of modifications that the Army wanted us to make. There were a couple of changes that needed to be done in order to bear the insignia of the U.S. Army.
Absolutely.
So these watches are sort of, so to speak, top shelf, where we could not cut any corners. We made sure everything was top of the line. It's a 5 ATM water resistancy, which is 150 feet. It has a steel case back. It has, like I said, luminous. Really fun watch to wear. I wear it, and I get a ton of compliments on this one.
What I think is so fantastic too is that all of these watches kind of remind me of a little bit. It's almost like they're your work hard, play hard timepiece. Is really what it is, you know. And they all come in their own box. They have their own specialty box. They're water resistant, like you said. And I love the way it's not just a timepiece, a single timepiece. I mean, this has so much going on in itself, which I think is fantastic. And it has the light. It has the stopwatch. I know I'm on the
light on the.
That's so cool.
Left-hand side.
I'm messing with the stopwatch.
This watch carries a 2-year warranty. We have a warranty center with watch technicians based in New York that will be able to help you if there are any questions with the stopwatch. Any questions that you may have, you can speak to somebody here and have them walk you through it. And
the fact that this is seriously $49.99 today. Now, I know that we actually started doing this and we've been trying to get this on air here at Joy Television for quite some time.
Yes.
So I am more than excited that you're here bringing these in. We did it on stretch pay, $24.99 on this piece as well. So, you know, if you're a brand new viewer to Jewelry Television, what a perfect first-time purchase for you. But you're going to see different styles. You're going to see different designs. And here's just kind of a look at some of the chronograph styles that we have.
Right.
I love it. We have the U.S. Air Force that's there. We have the U.S. Marines that are there, and the Navy. $49.99, your choice.
Incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Incredible.
This hour, I have been waiting all day. As a matter of fact, when I was reading about this just yesterday, and I was looking at everything that goes into, you know, the design and making of these watches as well, I just think it's something that's truly phenomenal. And to be able to get that type of look and style. Now, the next one that's coming up, tell me a little bit about this.
So this is similar to the initial Army style that we've shown in all black. This is strictly a 3-hand movement. The watch here also is 5 ATM, 150 feet. Use the Army green and Army yellow. These color schemes come from the Department of Defense. This is not something that we create, and it has to adhere to their restrictions. A great super soft silicone strap on this watch.
I love that.
Which is extremely comfortable, extremely in fashion right now, and pretty much you could take it swimming, you could take it in the shower.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, this is something, again, it goes back to, it's just like I think, you know, it's the work hard, play hard piece. So, you know, if you're looking to get something for your dad, for your brother, for your husband, for your boyfriend, whomever, this will be the one that fits the bill every single time. Because look, I mean, you've got that wonderful stainless steel backing on the back of the piece. You've got, you know, the 3-hand movement that's there, which is magnificent, and $49.99.
And pay attention to the detail on the back of the case, as well as the back on the buckle, where you'll have the U.S. Army insignia.
Yes.
Normally at price points like this, you don't see so much attention to detail put in, but we worked really hard, like I said, with the Department of Defense, with our factories, to make sure everything came out and was as if it was a $300 watch or a $500 watch.
See, what I like about this is that I love the way it feels. I love the way it's going to kind of mold to your wrist.
Right.
You know, when you put it on, or your dad, your husband, your son, your brother, whomever puts it on, it's going to become their watch. You know, it's going to kind of mold to their wrist. And, you know, we actually did a couple of dare to compares here. As a matter of fact, this one, check this out, kind of 12% below competitor sale price on this particular one. And I want you to see how fabulous this is, because this is something that you can dress up, or it's something that you can wear as casual as you want. I love the size, too.
Absolutely. And if you see how it contours his wrist, the case sort of has a little slope where it fits the wrist really nice and snug, and it doesn't feel like an appendage.
I love it. And see, I'm a watch girl. I'm a timepiece girl. I always have, always been, will be. I don't go anywhere without my watch, ever. Well, these are pieces that I look at and I think, you know, I could get this for my husband. I could get this for, I mean, anyone. Which is magnificent. This
was actually a consumer request to have more all-black watches, to have watches that have that stealth look.
I like this one. Check this out. Look at that. These are just good-looking timepieces.
This we did, the preview last night was extremely well received. The yellow here, again, is the yellow that was given to us by the U.S. Army Trademark Office.
Love it.
This is exactly what they wanted to have. Stainless steel case back, metal case, 5 ATM, again 150 feet.
Got it all.
Powered by a quartz movement, and the perforated rubber strap also adds a nice style of dimension there. This has been an extremely popular model for us.
And you know, when you can get, I mean, look at the insignia. You've got it everywhere. I mean, this is just a really tremendous piece. The black on yellow, which is coming straight from the Department of Defense.
Right.
I mean, you've got everything that you could ask for. We did this on Stretch Pay also, so $19.99 takes it home. Obviously, you have a 30-day money-back inspection period, but my guess is once you get this for yourself, gentlemen, or ladies, if you get this for him, he's going to wear it all the time.
What's really interesting about this is we have consumers that come up to us and say, I bought this because I like the black and yellow, and that goes with my favorite football team.
Yeah.
And it's just for the color scheme that comes out and that it evokes. The other thing is, you look at it and it says U.S. Army on it, or it says U.S. Marines. Some people think it's strictly for the Marines, the Army, or the Navy. But it's just a tough-built, durable watch, and it shows how we can sort of extend our appreciation for the troops and support our troops.
I think that's the most important thing. I think that is absolutely the perfect thing that you could have said, because, you know, you don't have to be in the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines to be able to wear these watches, but it does show our appreciation for those that do serve and have served. You know, and it's a beautiful, and I say beautiful because I'm a girl, but technically it's, you know, it's a handsome timepiece. If I saw someone wearing this, I'd think, wow, you know, I bet they spent a fortune. That's what it looks like to me. Now, these all come in their own box that are stamped U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines.
Right. Comes with a guarantee in the box, 4-year warranty, all instructions, service instructions, everything you need to set this watch and make sure it's...
I love that black on yellow. And you know what else I like about that, too? I love the fact that it just looks rugged. It looks durable. It looks strong, you know? And that's what these pieces do. Now, this one, this is gorgeous.
This is really interesting. This is part of our Swiss Movement collection. And just to give you an idea of what the Swiss Movement is, it's a quartz movement, so it's battery operated. You have here, basically, the Swiss Movement is what to watches is what to German production is to cars. All of the finest watches that you see, the expensive watches that you see in magazine ads and billboards, those are all made with Swiss movements. And we were able, again, to connect with our factories, make sure that we would do something that was affordable. And then in terms of the dial, in terms of how we've developed this one, this is our first watch that we created for the military, this case. Internally, we call it the C1, an acronym for Case Number 1.
I love it.
And we had the Army font on the 9 and the 3 here. You have the date window there that sort of got snipers, right?
Like a bullseye. Yeah, I love it.
This watch goes to 200 ATM. I'm sorry, 20 ATM, which is 660 feet. It has...
So you're okay.
Yeah.
If you get it wet, it's going to be okay.
Absolutely. It has a screw-down crown, a screw-down case back. Something really unique we did here, the crystal, we made it K1 shadowproof crystal. So again, super, super durable. Something that you could wear on the front lines. And
I love that. You know, this is that piece. And, you know, it's $159.99. We did it on Stretch Pay again to make it easy. Perfect. I mean, I'm saying Father's Day because, you know, Father's Day is right around the corner, but this is really that perfect anytime piece. Anytime's a great time to give the gift of a timepiece because they are truly timeless, no pun intended. But to have something that's this durable and rugged and still very, very elite when it comes to timepieces, I love this. And this one's the Swiss Movement.
This is a Swiss Movement. It also has a canvas strap, leather lined. So that there's sort of, you have the comfort here as if you'd have a leather strap with the look of a contrast stitch. So black canvas with a white contrast stitch. What else can I tell you? You still have all of the insignia on the back of the case, on the back of the buckle, on the side of the case also. I think there's 6 points of, if you look right here.
And then, of course, you have the U.S. Army stamp that's also that's also on the piece as well. Just like with all the other pieces, you're going to have that. And it again, this is something when you open up that box and you see this on the inside, it's almost like it's got the wow factor.
Right.
It really does. And today, to be able to bring in pieces like this from our wrist armor collection, it's a big deal.
Right.
And you're owning it. Boy, I like that one. And I love the boxes that they come into as well. Now, on that one, continue shopping. But earlier today, I was doing a gemstone show. And Jay Boyle, who is one of our head gemstone buyers, was with me. He was wearing this next watch that's coming up, and it was so heavily pre-ordered on. I think everyone that saw it wanted this timepiece. Are you ready? Now, keep shopping on that one, obviously. This is going to be, well, actually, it's almost sold out. We're fewer than 30 of that one to go around. But the next piece that's coming up, tell me a little bit about this.
So this was our fourth case that we developed. Again, this is called the C4.
Yes.
If you look here, everything that we've developed has been developed from the ground up. The case has been made for us.
Oh,
the
yeah.
hands, the dial, the strap, everything we've designed from the ground up. This is a nice, bulky case. It is reminiscent or inspired by a helicopter dial.
Yeah.
That a pilot can use. It has a signature crown protector over here where when you have a big bulky watch like this, you need to have a crown that is also nice and substantial.
Right.
The problem with that is the crown sometimes is just exposed.
Right.
So we created this crown protector as part of an aesthetic
Love that.
look and as a functional purpose so that nothing happens to your crown.
It's got that industrial type look
Right.
to it, and and you know what, I love the way you said it looks like the dial on a helicopter. I mean, you're talking about high-end look feel, but the fact that it's the U.S. Army from the wrist armor collection, I mean, these are just sensational pieces.
You have luminous hands on here that are super big hands, easier to read at night. You have, again, this super soft silicone strap that doesn't crack, it doesn't discolor, and it's super comfortable on the wrist. Really a great.
And each one of them comes with your instructions, and they come with your warranty card included in all of these pieces. And again, think about this. I mean, we're talking about not just functional, because it is, but these are durable. I mean, these are durable. So if your father, your husband, your son, your nephew, anyone that you know, and actually, to be honest with you, because I said I'm a watch girl, I would wear these. These are not too big for me.
Right. They're contoured. The case is contoured so that when you do put it on a smaller wrist, it fits nicely.
Yes. And I love to, again, you've got the star that's on the stem that's there. You have not just wrist armor in the band or the bracelet part of the piece. There's your U.S. Army once more. $83.33 on stretch pay. Remember, you have a 30-day money-back inspection period, so you have absolutely nothing to lose. They're going to come in its own box, stamped U.S. Army, and all of this you did through the Department of Defense,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
It's amazing. Gosh, every one of these are just sensational.
Right. Everything here is officially licensed, where it's a very rigorous process to do, but very fulfilling in the same point.
And important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The amount of phone calls that we've gotten from troops, current and former, just how excited they are to wear a watch that they're proud of.
I bet. I love it.
It has also given us the opportunity to work with a number of organizations that are outstanding. One of the organizations that we've worked with supporting is Homes for Our Troops, that we had met just through this process. I was not familiar with them. And they build homes for our disabled veterans here in the States. I don't have an exact number of how many homes, but I think it's right around 100 homes that they've built.
A lot, right.
And that's an organization that we support through this wrist armor cause. So it's been a very fulfilling opportunity and experience for us.
It's a special thing.
Absolutely.
It's a special thing. And to be able to wear and wear proudly, something like this, it's a big deal. Now, we had the Army. Now we're going to go to the Marines. The U.S. Marine Corps is coming up. Exactly right. Take a look at this. Now, this one, Wow is all I can say about this. That is a good looking timepiece.
Right. So this is also part of our C4 collection, built for the Marines. I think this was one of the first styles that we had developed. Again, you have the crown protector on here to protect that large crown, the luminous hands, two big luminous hands, and the second marker, luminous dial as well, dial marker. A USMC stencil on the strap, which is something unique to this watch. Right
there it is.
And on the buckle. This watch is a 220 ATM water resistance, so 660 feet. And something, again, going with sort of that stealth, black, dark look.
Love it.
With just a hint of white, a pop of white. This has been extremely popular.
Except when it illuminates at night, because it's going to shine up the room, I think, with the size of these. These are fantastic. Wow. Swiss movement again.
Swiss movement again. Screw down crown, screw down case back. And like we said about the Swiss movement, about these steel cases, this is what you would expect, at $250, it's a steal. At $350, at $450, it's a steal.
Exactly.
The elements that are in this watch are in watches $2,000, $3,000, $5,000.
At any time.
Yes.
And what these pieces say and the meaning behind every one of the wrist armor collection watches are just sensational. And this is another dare to compare. I mean, again, a competitor's price on this, $294.04. JTV everyday price already 15% below. And this is one of those, again, I go back to saying the work hard, play hard. But that's what this really reminds me of. Because, when you have something that is as durable and as wearable as this, but still very, very expensive in the look.
Right.
And again, just the meaning behind it. I mean, this is the Marine Corps watch.
Right.
And you've done this all. I mean, you've worked through, the Department of Defense to be able to bring pieces these in. Look at that. Even on the back. Love it.
Yeah. And we have the shatterproof crystal in this model as well.
Yes.
We happen to sell a ton of this product, these watches, in other countries, and people just wanting to sort of join the club,
exactly,
be part of what the Marines stand for.
It's a very special group of men and women that can say that they're in the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines.
Right.
And for us to be able to not just support them every day, but for them to be able to wear, their insignia, to be able to wear their watch that was made for them, that's really special, I think. Now, we have one coming up that was the #1 pre-order of the show. Also, the Marines. Take a look. I love this.
This is a great piece.
This watch, WAW014. Tell me a little bit about this, because it's all stainless steel.
Right. So this is a solid stainless steel link bracelet with jeweler removable links. So what does solid steel mean? It's not going to dent. It's not going to kink. It's going to wear extremely well.
Yeah.
When you pick this up, if you're giving it as a gift or if you're buying it for yourself, when you pick it up, you'll feel the weight and how substantial this is. Just comfortable to wear, easy to remove the links. And this has been one of our really strong, coming out of the gate, it's been a really strong seller.
Oh, absolutely. This has been one of the #1 pre-order on items in our show. You've got the sweeping second hand that's there. I love the fact that you've got the magnifier on the date of this piece, which is wonderful. And look at the curvature. Right. So again, it's going to fit your wrist perfectly.
Right. We have a 24 millimeter lug size, so the bracelet, the 24 millimeter size, really comfortable, a nice depth.
Got it. You're right.
Again, we have 6 points of insignia on this watch, on the buckle, on the dial, on the case, on the strap, on the case, on the side, on the crown, and on the case back. So again, it's sticking with what the Marines are. K1 shatterproof crystal on this model, a Swiss movement, again, that Swiss quartz movement that's battery operated.
Look at that, right there, And then, of course, on the back, all stainless steel. It's very slinky. It's very luxurious in the feel. But again, it's powerful. Every one of these watches, I just think, are powerful pieces. And you can remove the links, so that's not going to be a problem at all. Jeweler removable links, which are here, and it's only $199.99. Now I will tell you, if you want this timepiece, we already are fewer than 30 of these to go around. I love the fact that we did it on stretch pay. You need to see this on Tim so you can see. You can dress this up as far as you need to, or you can wear it as casual. It's an everyday piece, or it's going to be your dress-up watch. This is also something, too. It's the only bracelet style that we have in the show, and I love it. That stainless steel is an important metal to be able to put this in. And now we have fewer than 20, just like that. And of course, you know, having the insignia, having the sweeping second hand that's here, these are really fantastic. So we can only give you a minute because now we have fewer than 20 of these to go around. And look at that. This is an important piece. And again, think about, you know, yes, you can get it for Father's Day. What about anniversary gifts? What about graduation gifts? What about a wedding gift?
Right.
Maybe you're marrying someone in the military.
Or somebody that just wants a tough and rugged watch.
Exactly right. That's what I think is so fantastic too, because you know that's exactly what I think. When I think of timepieces like this, you think tough, you think rugged, you think strong, you know, and that's the look that wrist armor has done. Rugged, strong, but also expensive in the look.
Right.
But not expensive in the price. As a matter of fact, we have 17 only of this particular timepiece remaining. That's it. For 16 of you now that can get in on this. And just like we thought, with every piece, they are selling 16. Now, there are only 15 of those to go around. We knew that these would go quick, didn't we? These are special pieces. Now, the next one coming up. I love the fact that we have different styles, that you brought in different styles for us to kind of choose from. In all branches of the military, you're going to see different styles of these timepieces. For example, this next piece coming up, this is another one from our Marines collection.
This was extremely popular in the pre-show as well.
This is awesome.
This is great. You have the carbon fiber dial on this, a dual movement, so you'll have a three-hand traditional movement as well as that chronograph digital movement with the stopwatch feature, the day of the week feature, the Army time feature. Really great watch. You have the screw bezel, the motif there. You have a 5 ATM, 150 feet water resistancy. Again, and even at $49.99, you have the insignia everywhere.
Looks so expensive. This looks like that you've gone out and you said, you know what, money is no object, but my dad or my son, my husband is so important, I don't care what it takes. I'm buying it for him.
Right.
You paid under $50. Look at that. And you're right, it's got the insignia everywhere. And I like this one. This is very cool. Because look, it's got just on the sides.
Right.
And sometimes that's all you need. Just that one little piece says so much.
And if you look at the dial, the strap on this, it sort of has like a tank tread feel to the strap. It's really, everything comes in very nicely for this time.
And almost like the, not drill bits, but what's the, what am I thinking, Lee? Rivet. Thank you. The rivet type style. Right. That's so cool. I mean, it really, really is. And, you know, knowing that you're going to have a timepiece that's going to last a lifetime. Right. These all come in their boxes, the Marine boxes. They all have the warranty. They have the instructions with them as well. Right. This one has the start-stop, so it has the stopwatch that's on there. It has the light that's here too.
Day of the week calendar, monthly calendar. What else? There's a ton of features on
this one has everything on it. I want you to see the back again, which is this one as well. Water resistant on all of these, I believe, right?
150 feet.
So you won't have any problem.
No problem whatsoever.
You're not going to have any problem. Look at the back. USMC. And that is awesome. Right. Now, because it's only $49.99, we just went below one per state, obviously. I said this earlier. I said, you know, for the first 30 minutes of the show, I think a lot of our customers are going to kind of look to see what we have.
Right.
And then as soon as we hit the bottom of the hour, I think every phone line is going to start to go. And that's exactly what is happening right now. As a matter of fact, this next one that's coming up, leave me one of this one, okay? Because this is awesome. Look at this timepiece.
Right, so you have a high-polished bezel here with the minute markers on the bezel. You have a black dial with the dual movement again. This is extremely, extremely handsome. You have the metal links that go down throughout the bracelet of this rubber strap.
This is a power piece. You know, when I think of a Marine, this is the type watch that I see. You know what I mean? It's just strong. It's powerful. It's got a presence.
Right. You can go with the dress blues or in fatigue.
Yes, anything. I think this is magnificent. And by the way, this one is one of the most limited of them all. We are down to only 25 left for $49.99. I want you to see this all the way around because this has a very cool style. Tell me a little bit about this.
Right, so these metal links, this is the only watch in the collection that has metal links that go throughout the bracelet. And
love it.
As opposed to it being a one-piece bracelet, the bracelet has to then be assembled rubber and metal links together. So it is quite a process to do it. And it's super handsome. It really ties the whole watch together.
And it's got everything. I mean, this has all the bells and whistles that you could ask for. Right. In a timepiece. It's got it all. And of course, again, 17% below competitors' prices every day. If you're a brand new viewer to Jewelry Television, I think that this would be a perfect first-time purchase for you. But if you want this timepiece, we're down to 23, 22. Okay, 19 of those now. And I knew, see, this is what I said, Morris. I said this before the show. I said, you know, the first 30 minutes, as soon as we hit the bottom of the hour, every phone line's going to be going. We are down to 14 left, and look at this on Tam. I mean, that's just a handsome timepiece. Right. And would you, in a million years, think someone has spent $50 on that?
Absolutely not. It's something that we pride ourselves on is that there are tactical watches out there, but you can't wear them with anything but going kayaking, going out in the field. All of the watches that we created can take you anywhere. We sort of said an officer and a gentleman. And
it's just like you said, you know, you don't have to be in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine to own these watches. It's something that you get, you wear, you show your support. Oh, well, this is sold out, by the way. That one's gone. Well, we knew that would happen, didn't we? That's gone, obviously. We had quite a few of those, and they are sold out. Okay, the next one coming up from our Marines collection. Now, I love this because this is basically black on black.
Right.
Very good looking piece.
This is really great. We did the black on black look, but what we wanted to include in this model was have some luminous hands in there, so that if you are, if it's at night, if you're outside, if you need to have be able to read the watch, it's really easy. The other watch that we had multifunction movement, so it had the ability for a nightlight. Now, this watch is really great, powered by a quartz movement as well. You have 150 feet water resistancy.
Just a good-looking piece. Again, you've got the band that's here as well.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it getting wet. You don't have to worry about it getting, dirty. It's going to be easy to take care of, which is fantastic. I love that black on black. I mean, that's something that's just again, a very strong look and feel right now. Oh, and by the way, $19.99 on stretch pay for this makes it even better. If you missed out on the last one, you might want to go ahead and pick up on this one because it is also going just as quickly as our last timepiece did. This is one of those today. It's our wrist armor collection. This is, right now, when you get into timepieces like this and you start thinking about $39.99, I wouldn't think half of the look would be in here for $39.99.
Again, we developed it from the ground up. It was something that we took pride in doing that was something unique.
Well, when you work with something so important, such an important group of men and women, in the armed forces, I mean, you want to do it right.
Absolutely.
And every one of these pieces are done right. And again, tell me a little bit, because you had to go through the Department of Defense with all of these, right?
So we had to, from concept, render them up, show them the concept, have that approved, go into a sampling stage, have the materials approved, have the packaging approved, have the warranty approved, everything. We couldn't do anything without it being signed off. So that was really, it helped us through the process of really understanding what's needed.
Yeah. And how high the standards are, really.
Yes.
Because that's something, too. I mean, those of you that are in the armed services, the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine, you know how high the standards are. We know how high the standards are. We want to support you in every step of the way. And this is something, I mean, yeah, it's an amazing gift. Get something for yourself today. Gentlemen, why not? Pick yourself out one that you like. Take it home. Put it on. You have a 30-day money-back inspection period. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. This is an important piece. It really is. And for $39.99, of course, every phone line's going. We kind of expected that to happen. We just went below 1 per state on this piece, the black on black. It does have the light up hands though, which is great.
And so what happens with these light up hands is basically you wear it during the day and it gets charged by sunlight. So you don't have to do anything with it. You're walking in the street, it's charging. You're inside just working at your computer under a light, it's charging. And that will last throughout any dark period.
I love that. And of course, remember, $19.99 on Stretch Pay today, which is just fantastic. This is just a rugged look. But I love the way it's almost like, it's also kind of got that tux style feature to it too, being the black on black, which is magnificent too. Fewer than 1 per state on that one. And again, like we said, I mean, this is going to be the pieces that you want to ask your operators about, get on the phone line for, but it is only $39.99. It's not 2 or 3 payments of $39.99. Now, of course, for these pieces, now is going to be the time to get them. By the way, those are the pieces on our Marines, which I think is fantastic. But it's time to go to the Air Force.
Right. This was great.
This is awesome. Everyone, okay, I can't find one that I don't like. I like every one of these. And of course, my grandfather was in the United States Air Force, so this is something that's very near and dear to my heart on this one. But now keep shopping on this. So we're gonna switch gears and go.
Now, this one is sure to sell out.
Oh, absolutely.
You have here a carbon fiber stencil dial. So you have 2 layers on the dial here with a Army font coming out. Super, super cool. Look at the Air Force insignia on the dial. Sort of an applied metal.
That is incredible. Wow.
Again, luminous hands on this. A 150 feet water resistancy. Signature strap on there where you see the 2 screw motifs.
The rivet type look that's there too on that one.
Right, with the perforated silicone. This is a really, really handsome watch. Nice big watch. I think we're at, is it 50, right around 50 millimeter.
I love the gray, black, and blue. I love that combination. The blue, the black, and the gray, all here. U.S. Air Force insignia on the face of the timepiece. It's $39.99 once more. I mean, you're talking about some really, really special pieces here. And again, you had to go through all the steps, the whole entire process with each one of these, didn't you?
This was, well, first we had, it just takes a year to develop a watch, but to develop a relationship with them takes a while. And to develop, for them to have the confidence in us to make watches, took a while for us to prove how durable our watches are.
Because they want to make sure you do it right. If they're going to put, if the U.S. Air Force or Army or Marine or Navy, if they're going to put their name on something, their symbol on something, it had better be the best, you know?
And this watch is aviator inspired. Just as like I said before, you don't have to be in the Air Force to wear this. You don't have to be in the armed forces. You just need to appreciate the style of the design and the uniqueness of this, what we call a pilot's watch.
I love that. The pilot's watch. Oh, these are just awesome. And, you know, I can't get over, because I look at these over and over again. I think, you know, $39.99. Durable. It's the work hard, play hard. I mean, it really, really is. I mean, this is going to take you everywhere and anywhere. You know, it's not something that, oh, you know, I'm going to put on my rugged watch today, I'm going to put on my dress watch. You can do this any way, which is fantastic. WAW002 is the item number on this one. Again, it's got the gray silicone band that's on there. It's got the stamp that's also on here. Everywhere you look, you see the United States Air Force insignia. They're placed on here at all different places, which I think is wonderful. Then, of course, you've got the blue at the top, at the 12 position, which is wonderful as well. Sweeping second hand. this is a true treasure when it comes to pieces like this.
Right, and you don't see the feature of the dual dial on TV. It's a little difficult to see that. When you get it in your hand,
you can see it
you're really
immediately.
able to appreciate it.
You're right. And it does come, remember, with the watch instructions and the warranty and the box that's exclusive to the timepiece. That's awesome. Now, the next one that we have coming up, we have 20 minutes remaining in our Wrist Armor Watches collection. So if there's something that you would like to have, something that you're thinking about that you want, go ahead and get on the phone line for it, because this next piece that's coming up, this one is awesome again. Take a peek at this. Look at that.
This is incredible, and we don't have, I don't think we're going to sell it before we explain it. Again, carbon fiber dial on this, dual function. So you have the three-hand traditional watch function as well as the chronograph. And you see it blinking over there. You have a stopwatch, day of the week, alarm,
everything,
nightlight, army time, really any
which
function.
Is still very confusing to me. My sister's a nurse, and so she's always on that. My neighbor who lives up the street, he's been in the Army. He was a medic, and he's always saying, Army time. I love the way that it has it on here. That's fantastic. This is sold out, of course. This one's gone. $24.99 on StretchPay. That one was. It's gone. We kind of expected that. Again, you're seeing these pieces sell out, and as we're going into the final few minutes of the show, you will see it even more. Now, this one.
Oh, this is,
again.
Another. This is also, we call this pilot's watch. And you have the color scheme of the Air Force in here, the red that they wanted us to use, the white and blue that they wanted us to use. Again, very traditional size case, extremely comfortable. You can wear this anywhere.
I think this is fantastic. I think every one of these, and it's like you said, and that's something I know that we've said it before, but I want to reiterate. You don't have to be in the armed forces. You don't have to be in the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines to get one of these watches. You get it because you show your support, and you get it because it is a rugged, durable, but also very handsome timepiece. So you really have the best of all worlds right here. But I love it if you know someone, your dad, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your grandfather, your husband who's in any branch of the armed forces. Perfect gift for them. Perfect. And I'm a girl. This is not too big for me to wear. I love my watches, though. I love big, bold, looking jewelry and watches. But to be able to do this today for $39.99, if you're a brand new viewer to JTV, like we've been saying, here comes a perfect first-time purchase. Each one of them has the box that they come in with the insignia of the branch that you've selected. And this is something. Tell me again, because I think it's very important for our customers to know that you work very, very closely with the Department of Defense to be able to do this right.
Absolutely. So we went down during our first meetings. We had some renders. They liked the concept. We had to modify a couple of things in order to fit what they wanted a Air Force watch to look like. We then created it hand in hand with the Department of Defense, submitting samples, submitting renderings, submitting concepts in order to come out with what we have today. So it's a long process, but at the end of the day, well worth it. There hasn't been one watch that we've created that people haven't loved. So that never happened.
See, I love this too because this has the silicone strap as well. Very easy on and off on this piece. It's a great size, so it's going to fit just about anybody, and it's going to take you year round. I mean, this is a daily piece of jewelry, really, that you can wear, and it's handsome. It's that bold, inspired piece. It's strong. That's the word I always keep coming back to. I mean, these are just strong timepieces. They really are. And, of course, you don't have to worry about, it's water resistant to a whole lot. So you don't have to worry about that, which is fantastic. And for $39.99, these are magnificent. Now, I know we've got more. We're going to stick with the Air Force. I love this.
This is the GMT movement. This is the only GMT that we have here.
That's very cool. Okay, tell me a little bit about this piece that's coming up. Now, keep shopping on those last few pieces. This one, though, we're taking it to a completely different level.
Absolutely. So GMT stands for Greenwich Mean Time. And what this Swiss movement allows us to do is to have the time of 2 different time zones on the watch without it being a chronograph.
Very cool.
So this is what pilots use. This is, again, famous brands, famous watch manufacturers based in Switzerland. GMTs are some of their more expensive models. So we went out, we wanted to create something, again, that was signature for what somebody in the Air Force would use.
Right.
If you look at the stainless steel case, aluminum bezel, you have there where you are able to, again, tell the Army time.
See, I just think that's fantastic. And again, these are lifetime pieces. This one is kicking it up a notch or 2 or 10. I mean, this is really that high-end look and feel.
Right. And if you look at the case and look at the detail just on the case and the cutouts that we have here, it's not a simple case for us to make. Again, we did develop this from scratch, and I was telling you which cases were number 1, 2. We call this the C3. 200-meter water resistancy. You have 6 points of where it has the Air Force insignia.
Love it.
You have a screw-down crown, a screw-down case back, shatterproof crystal. There's so many features to this watch, and at $299.
Good-looking timepiece, you know. You know, some watches you look at and you think, okay, that's a nice timepiece. This is one you look at and it's like, wow, that's a great-looking timepiece, right?
And if you look at the hands, will be red luminous. You look at it has a date window, which also is always nice to have on a Swiss movement watch.
GMT. This is the big one. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm looking at these. I'm getting a list of every one of the ones that I want to buy. You know, I'm getting a list of every one of these that I want my husband to own, that I want my brother-in-law to own. I mean, it's just a great. And this one, just so you know, there are only 18 of these. Period. That's it. 18 only of these. So keep that in mind. If you're looking at it and you think, you know, I'm not going to get that. It's limited. So if you're on the phone for it, go ahead and add that one to your order, because it's a very, very special piece. And, you know, I love the way from beginning to end, this is something that will be a lifetime timepiece.
Right,
really will.
absolutely. They're built to last. They are.
They really are. They feel. I can't wait for you to get them home and put them on your wrist and feel how fantastic these are. All right. Now, keep shopping on it. We're down to 15 left on that one, okay? So first 15 callers. We only got about 12 minutes left in the show. So if you see something you like or something you want, it's gone fast, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I can't believe it.
Tell you what, take a look at this.
So again, one from our C4 collection, case number 4. This is designed based on a helicopter dial, a helicopter cockpit. You have the Air Force approved color scheme. You have just straight down the center of the watch, sort of that radar detector / tools that you have to fly an aircraft. Swiss quartz movement on this. The case, although nice big 47-millimeter case, there's a contour to it. So when it sits on the wrist, it's not sitting like a block.
Right.
It actually fits the wrist really nicely.
Yeah. And again, you can dress it up. This is something you wear on a daily basis. You can wear it as your dress timepiece, or you can wear it as your everyday timepiece. I love the colors. I love the color scheme, which again, you had to get approval. Right. You know, and it's a rigorous process. I mean, you know, obviously, if the United States Air Force wants to put their name on something, it has to be top shelf. Right. And that's what these are. They really are. And to be able to get that style, I love the way that today in this show, you get to pick your style. As we are debuting the Wrist Armor Watches collection. Look at that. And there's your Air Force insignia on the back. You also have it on the clasp that's there.
Right. We have the shatterproof crystal as well on here. The quartz movement, the luminous. Just an all-in-all great timepiece. The strap is 24 millimeter, so chances are if you have other straps, you can probably switch them out.
Switch them out, which is great.
But super comfortable, great watch to wear, great watch to own.
It really feels like, again, I mean, this is one of those that feels like it was made for your wrist, which is great. Because that's something that, you know, a lot of times you think if you get a big watch, okay, it'll be too bulky. These are not that way. So on that one for $249.99, again, that's also going to be something that you want to ask your operators about. It's limited. As a matter of fact, this one is also selling out very, very quickly. I tell you what, couple of things that are on the way for you. Now, again, each one of them comes with their own box with the insignia on the outside of the box. They have a warranty. They have instructions that they come with, because some of these, are a little bit technical with some of the, the things that are going on with the watches, which are fantastic. Now, a couple of things in our Wrist Armor Watches collection that we want you to be able to see that are coming up or are available for you to be able to get on the phone line for. We got to do the U.S. Navy, and that'll be coming up in just a minute. Take a look at these pieces that are on the way. Coming up, the U.S. Navy will get a turn in our Wrist Armor Watches collection. This is only $49.99. The Chronograph in this particular timepiece. I love it. And again, you've got those wonderful, wonderful colors. You've got the gray, you've got the black, which is fantastic. We also had this piece in the Chronograph in the U.S. Army Chronograph watch. It was also only $49.99. We wanted to remind you, too, remember there's only 10 minutes left in the show, so if you see something you like, call and get it. We also had the only bracelet-style timepiece that we have in the show, and it's only $199.99 or under $67 on stretch pay, so keep that in mind.
And $1.99 shipping as well.
Which is even better. So we're going to let you know about some great things happening here at Jewelry Television. Stay tuned. There's more to come.
We've got a lineup you won't want to miss this week on Jewelry Television. An outstanding assortment of primetime gems, including precious pearls, lights up your Tuesday. Wednesday, find inspiration in the beauty of Italy with Moda di Pietra. And Thursday, we're in the pink with the exotic world of gemstones, featuring Morganite. Be sure to join us this week on Jewelry Television.
We believe some things are still worth the wait. You deserve the best time has to offer. A month of pearls on Jewelry Television and JTV.com.
Beautiful life.
Welcome back into Jewelry Television. My name is Mandy, and thank you so much for joining us during our Wrist Armor Watches collection. Hey, I'll tell you something. We'll get back into those in a second, but I want to let you know that JTV is proud to support the Go Red for Women campaign with the American Heart Association. And a big heartfelt thank you to you, because together we have raised over $114,000 this year to support the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. And to find out how you can make a contribution, visit jtv.com/GoRed. See how you can make a difference. So I want to re-welcome in from our Wrist Armor collection, I want to reintroduce Moritz Chabot. Yes! He has brought you one of the most incredible collections of timepieces. I mean, these are amazing. So with just a few minutes that we have remaining, tell us a little bit about the Wrist Armor Watches collection.
So Wrist Armor was developed in 2010. We wanted to create a watch that was durable functional, rugged, something that was good-looking.
Yeah.
And we partnered with the U.S. Department of Defense, first with the Marine Corps, developing watches from the ground up with them, and then going on to the Air Force, Army, and Navy. Again, with their color schemes, with the product.
They have brought,
Right.
you really have brought everything, which I think is fantastic because, everything had to be done step by step in tandem with
Right.
the Department of Defense.
Absolutely.
That's a
Yes.
big deal.
Yes.
Here is, I told you we weren't going to leave our United States Navy out. This is awesome.
This is awesome. You have a navy blue sunray dial on this watch, a textured bezel, 150 feet water resistancy on these watches, powered by quartz battery movement, luminous hands. This watch is outstanding.
This is awesome.
The,
Look at this.
The textures, just the combination of the sunray with the textured bezel, you have.
And it's only $39.99 today. I mean, this is magnificent. Again, you've got the silicone band that it has, so it's going to fit, it's going to look and feel and be amazing. And it's $39.99 today. The sweeping second hand that's there. I love the color of the face of this timepiece. It's really spectacular.
Yeah, this comes up really special. And with the sunray dial, it sort of glows with the light.
Yeah.
So it has a different look to it every time you look at it. Luminous hands on this. Like we said, quartz movement, a perforated rubber strap. I love this, and if you go in onto the case and see the texture of the bezel as well as the texture of the balance of the case,
right there, look.
Just how that brushed finished, how nice that comes together.
I mean, everywhere you look, it's a detail. It's like I said, I mean, these timepieces are strong timepieces. They're very, very rich. Now, the next one that we've got coming up, I love this. This is the Chronograph with the navy blue face that's on it, which is fantastic as well. Keep shopping on that one for only $39.99. We have more for our United States Navy timepieces. Look at this. I want this one. I can't believe this is only $49.99.
Again, this great dual movement. So there's two movements in this case.
Yeah.
You have the traditional movement as well as the chronograph movement, which has an alarm function, stopwatch, nightlight, day of the week, army time. There's just so many functions to this movement, so easy to use, and so handsome.
It's just, this may be, no, it's hard to pick a favorite. There have been so many truly spectacular pieces in the wrist armor collection. This one, again, magnificent. Everywhere you look, you're going to see the stamp, the insignia. You're going to see it everywhere. I love the fact that this is the Chronograph because it's like you said, it has all the bells and whistles.
Right.
It has everything that you could ask for on it. I love the fact that it has the light that's here. It has the stopwatch. It's got the Army time that's here as well, military time that's there. The bezel that goes around. Again, these are strong, rugged pieces that you would expect to find,
Absolutely.
in anything from our military.
Love the bezel on this as well as the sunray dial. Just everything that comes in really captures a great look.
This one, now I will tell you, if you would like to have this piece, we have fewer than 2 per state. These are going quick, okay? The next one that we've got on the way is going to be this one. Oh, wow. I want this. Okay, this is really bad. I'm picking out one of these for everyone in my family because I just think these are fantastic. And remember, it's not something that, you have to have served in the military to be able to get these. It's a wonderful way to be able to show support day in and day out. It's very cool, though, if you are a part of the specific branch of the armed forces to be able to have this as well, too.
Absolutely. Now, this is an all blacked out version. We have the sunray dial on here as well. But just another look and feel to this Navy collection. Very, very popular model for us.
Gosh, that's great. So you have this in the navy blue face or the black on black. So
Correct.
Either way with this, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
And I will tell you that each one of these timepieces comes with instructions. Each one of them comes with instructions, and they each come with the warranty and things like that.
Correct.
So I have to say a huge thank you, Morris. Thank you so much for bringing in the wrist armor collection.
Thank you for having me.
I know that you'll be back many, many more times because
so.
these pieces have been fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And a couple of pieces that are still available for you. Take a look at this. You're going to love every single one of these incredible pieces from the wrist armor collection. Of course, the U.S. Army collection that's there for $49.99, which has been magnificent. $24.99 on stretch pay as well, and $1.99 shipping on all of these. Now, this one, just a few of these remaining in the stainless steel bracelet style for $199.99, or under $67 on stretch pay, which again was fantastic. We also had, I love this one too, any of these. There's the U.S. Navy. That is absolutely fantastic. It was only $199.99. Now, I know that Morris and the whole entire wrist